All right, welcome back, everybody. Time now for Great Day Books.
Yeah, Lori Fazio is here. She's got some great options to add to our list. I like some of these titles already.
Yeah,
Hang the Moon. I like that.
Maybe one of them is a cookbook on how to make some candy.
I didn't bring any cookbooks today. No, sorry about that.
But at least you have your green on to celebrate.
I guess I'm Lori Fazio today.
You're Lori Fazio.
I dressed appropriately, not knowing, but I'm not going to talk about Irish books either.
Would you like a cream cheese potato?
I'm going to pass on that, but thank you.
Very good.
Good job on that.
So what's coming up March 26th?
Well, I want to talk about events. So one of the things that we're known for is our events at both stores and all the great things we've got going on. So I just want to talk about some things that are coming up because there's some pretty fun. Usually March, April, May are really big months for events. So on March 26th, which is next week, you can go to the Middletown store and you can see Paul Alexander talking about his book, Bitter Crop.
This is really wonderful that you get these authors to come in.
I mean, it is a lot of fun. I mean, we just had Hoda copy the other day.
You did?
Oh. Yeah, she was just, I mean, she's been to the store several times.
And she's
book? Amazing. Yeah. Yeah. One of the nicest people, I have to say, ever. She is just as genuine as you would think. So, and most of the authors are. They come, they just appreciate people being there for them. You learn a little bit about their book. They tell you their story. They take questions, and some are famous and some are new authors, and it's just,
that's a big get.
Yeah, yeah. She's great. She's great.
You guys get the big people.
I want to be her friend.
Well, then you have to go to her book signing. But anyway.
I'll let you know next time. But and we will get to some big names today. So I mean, big, like, famous, you know, more in that way. But so Paul Alexander, you can go at 5 o'clock on Middletown on the 26th. And then if you're really in the book mood, come down to Madison because we've got Anna Quinlan, who is a very popular, well-known author, in conversation with Beatrice Williams. And that's in Madison at 7 o'clock on the 26th.
Oh, wow. You got a lot going on the 26th.
Yeah, it's a busy day.
Anna Quinlan's behind some of the shows that a lot of her stuff has been turned into movies, right?
Yeah, she's done a lot of stuff. She's, you know, and she's funny, she's witty. This one is definitely a little heavier than what we typically get from her.
Okay.
But really well written. So then, so if we want to talk about, you know, maybe we're going to have a little match, like a wrestling match. All right, we've got Becky Lynch coming to Madison. She's one of the top known wrestlers out there, female wrestlers. She's coming on March 30th, which is a Saturday in Madison. And then the following week, we have Ronda Rousey, who's coming to the Middletown store. She started at the MMA, and now she does wrestling. And so she's coming the following week to the Middletown store on April 4th. These are like meet and greets, pictures that you could take with them, get their book. Pretty exciting. We've got, you know, there'll be big crowds for those things. So pretty exciting about that. Jeanette Walls, who wrote The Glass Castle many moons ago.
I love that. Glass Castle is one of my favorite books. And I've met her. She's incredible.
She is incredible. So that was a memoir, and then she followed it up with Half Broke Horses, which was, it couldn't be considered nonfiction, but it was really about her grandmother. So this is one of her fiction books called Hang the Moon. She's coming on the 2nd to Madison at 7 p.m. She is fabulous.
Can you get her to this show? We'd love to have her.
We can work on that.
Okay.
We can work on that. I'm not sure what her schedule is that day.
This is fiction. Is she typically a nonfiction writer?
She does both. She hasn't done nonfiction in a while. She's really been writing fiction. She's a very talented writer and just an amazing writer. I love her.
And she used to be a journalist.
Yeah. I read anything by her because she's
a really good writer, and I think maybe because her background in journalism, they're really easy reads.
Yeah, and it's amazing to watch. I mean, if you haven't read The Glass Castle,
you have to.
You have to. It's amazing to see how she brought herself through.
What is it about?
It's how she was brought up, and she
had some mentally ill parents, and
they were, you know, brought up, you know, with no money, and you know, the first scene is of her at 3 years old boiling her own hot dogs on the stove, standing on a stool and getting burned and being taken to the emergency room. And so she just lives with this all of her life, but she pulls herself out of it and becomes this incredible
author and writer. I mean, here she is walking as a well-known journalist, seeing her parents living like homeless in New York City. But they're mentally ill, and that was part of their choices. I'm not explaining it well, but it's an incredible read.
It's an incredible. It's like, you know, Tara Westover wrote Educated, you know, several years ago, which was the same sort of thing. She was with minimalist parents, and she went out and got herself an education, got a scholarship, got an education, and now she's this, you know, grad that went to Oxford and she's a writer, and it's amazing. Like some of these people, what they get through. Yeah. And then the last thing I just want to talk about is Books by the Sea, which is the first weekend in April, and that is Friday night and all day Saturday. You buy one ticket. It gets you in to see Lisa Scottolini, who is she's one of the funniest authors. She writes, great. And then you get to see Adele Waldman. And then we have a Books on the Menu. You get a lunch and talking about books. You get conversations about book clubs. It's a whole weekend thing. It's a fabulous event that we do every year.
April 5th and 6th.
That's right.
Okay,
yeah.
right at RJ Julia Booksellers in Madison.
Yeah, and go to our websites. Go to WesleyanRJJulia.com. Go to RJJulia.com. We've got a lot of events for kids. I didn't talk about any kids events today, but we have story times. We have arts and crafts. We have authors coming for them. We have authors to schools. There's always something going on at the store.
Yeah. All right, very good. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Happy St. Patrick's Day
Happy St. Patrick's Day to you.
L'Oreal Fazio.
Put your green on.
Yeah, well, I got my green. Right?
Yeah.
All right, still ahead on this Wednesday.